The idea of selling food for profit goes back as far as the earliest civilization, where exchanging was the currency. As far back as the ancient Egyptian civilization, Roman Empire and ancient China, when farmers brought their livestock and other goods to the urban markets. In Europe through the Middle Ages and into the Renaissance, taverns and inns continued to be the main place to buy a prepared meal. Following Columbus' voyage into the Americas in 1492, global trade increased, bringing new foods to Europe. Following the French Revolution at the end of the 18th century, unemployed chefs from aristocratic households began opening their own restaurants. Fine dining restaurants expanded across Europe and to other parts of the world. They added touches of the upper class to their establishments. Guests did not have to take their meals at a common table, as was typical of taverns and roadside inns. Instead, they had private tables, held by reservations. In the 1820s, Caesar Ritz, a Swiss developer, partnered with a prominent French chef, Auguste Escoffier, and built the Grand Hotel of Monte Carlo, the first to offer luxury accommodations and gourmet dining all under one roof. Other luxury hotels soon began popping up all over Europe. The 20th century saw the French restaurant go global. In the United States it remained restaurant, but would soon evolve to fit the demands of changing consumers. By the end of that century, restaurants in the United States would evolve further, introducing the world to restaurant chains, the rise of modern-day fast food, and an eventual return to the farm-to-table movement.
What makes a good location for a restaurant? The answer depends on the kind of restaurant it is and the clientele to which it appeals. Is the location convenient and accessible for the potential clientele, the target market of the restaurant? Restaurant appealing to the professional for lunch usually must be relatively close to where professionals work. Criteria for locating a restaurant. Selecting a restaurant site or a restaurant city is both a science and an art. Certain areas have too many restaurants. A few are good places to buy or build a restaurant, depending on the area's share of employed persons, working women, income level, population age, and food consumed away from home. Certain towns are losing population, others gaining. The location criteria. Demographics of the area like people's age, occupation, religion, nationality, race, family size, educational level, average income of individuals and families, the restaurant's visibility and accessibility from a major highway, number of potential customers passing by the restaurant, distance from the potential market. The concept provides the framework on which to hang the image. Make your concept different enough from the competitors. Don't price your menu out of the market. Pay attention to food costs during menu development. Make your concept profitable. Good concepts are on trend. Take inspiration from others. Make sure the concept and location fit. And love your concept. So, Matching location with concept. A particular site may be right for a coffee shop but wrong for a dinner house or a fast food place. It may be right for an in-and-out restaurant but wrong for a sit-down restaurant. The size of the lot, visibility, availability of parking, access from roads, and so on, all have an impact on the style of restaurant that will fit a location.
The classic restaurants are the least popular. They require a lot of special equipment and skilled labor, which makes it expensive to set up. These restaurants are located in luxury 4 and 5 stars hotels. They are famous for elegant international menu items that have high service quality. The French restaurant is a model of this kind of restaurants, as a result of the French interest in the kitchen and service. The French restaurant has harmonic decoration. Not only that, but the French is also interested in the high level of the workers' skills. The ethnic restaurants. This kind of restaurant serves all kinds of food that related to the culture of the country. Not only that, but also all the decorations are related to the country. Restaurant specialized in cooking. This restaurant serves many different kind of dishes, and all of these dishes are cooked in one way, such as grilled restaurants. Health restaurants. This kind of restaurants is available in some healthcare centers. All dishes must be served and cooked in healthy way, whence the food ingredient and the percent of fats. Quick service restaurants. The speed of modern life is the reason for the appearance of these types of restaurants. The eating in these restaurants does not need a long time, because the kinds of dishes are cooked quickly. These types don't have variety menus.
Complex store. This kind is a large area for many different restaurants. All these restaurants have the same tables for service. They serve different kinds of food and beverage items at reasonable prices. Restaurant tools. The restaurants uses a lot of tools and equipment. Let's begin with the silverware. Restaurant silverware is typically not made of silver, but rather of steel or stainless steel, which has an austenitic crystal structure. Austenitic steel is normally non-magnetic, which is why most stainless steel objects are not attracted to magnets. It is a tool that gives the restaurant a shine. Chinaware. Choosing the right types of chinaware for your food service operation can save your money and lots of headaches. From size and shape to color and composition, the possibilities for chinaware seem endless and can be overwhelming. Also, it assists in defining a restaurant's personality. It sets the mood and can reinforce the theme of the venue, aside from the food itself. Table settings can greatly influence how customers will evaluate their dining experience. Not only that, but chinaware acts as a canvas for a chef's culinary presentation. Attention to detail when plating can make a big difference to your customers. Glassware. The type of glassware in which a drink is served greatly affects its presentation. Some hotels have begun to use the same style of glassware for several beverages. This can reduce the number of kinds of glassware that they must maintain inventory. Full-service hotels normally avoid mass-produced glassware, which is generally thick and many have imperfections, even though it is not that expensive when compared to fine, expensive products. But hotel chains which consider value for money as important criteria accept such glassware. Additionally, management should consider function as well as form when purchasing glassware for their food and beverage operations. Furniture. Furniture can also affect your customer's dining experience. Round tables encourage conversation, but square or rectangular tables are space efficient. However, for cafeterias or fast casual venues, You'll need to consider tray size. The tables must be large enough to accommodate the intended size, shape, and number of trays. To explore table shapes, review the seating capacity recommendations diagram in our Tabletops and Bases guide. Many venues have added two-person tables, as they are perfect for dining couples and prevent leaving two empty seats at a four-person table or booth. Plus, these small tables are great for sliding an addition onto another table or the end of a booth to accommodate larger parties.
Mise en place.
Is the activity of putting things in place to make the subsequent food and beverage services smooth. The serving staff carries out the following duties: removing all soiled linen and replacing them with the fresh ones, ensuring that the sideboard is well equipped, replenishing condiment containers and water jugs, polishing cutlery and glassware, replacing pale flowers with the fresh ones. Each table cover needs space of 24 to 30 inches wide. Crockery and cutlery must be placed 2 inches away from the edge of the table. Knives are placed on the right of the dinner plate, whereas forks are placed on the left. Butter knife is placed on the side plate. The cutting edge of the knives must be towards the plate. Table napkin must be neatly folded and placed on the side plate. Table service. Table service is a method of food service in which the waiter brings customers' food to the table and places it in front of them. There are many types of table service. English or family service. This type of service is also known as family-style service. The host contributes actively in the service. The waiter brings food on platters, shows to the host for approval, and then places the platters on the tables. The host either makes food portions and serves the guests or allows the waiter to serve. In this way, the waiter serves food dishes from the left side of the guest. After that, the waiter moves to next guest from left to right. French service. In French service, the food is fully prepared and pre-cut in the kitchen and then neatly arranged on silver platters by the chef. This is the most formal table service available, which is used in hotels and restaurants. In this way, the waiter serves food dishes from the left side of the guest. After that, the waiter moves to next guest from left to right. Russian service. Russian service differs from others in that all food is served from the guritin. The guritin is covered with a cloth and is placed side by side with the table. This service is very elaborate and elegant. The food is partially prepared in the kitchen and completed by the chef or head waiter. In full view of this style of service is the most personalized sense. Food is carved or garnished on a cart beside a guest. In this way, the waiter serves food dishes from the right side of the guest. After that, the waiter moves to next guest from right to left. American or plate service. This is usually called plate service because the food is already placed in the plate in the kitchen ready to be served to the guests. This type of service is used in some restaurant where there is a demand for quick and simple service. In this way, the waiter serves food dishes from the right side of the guest. After that, the waiter moves to next guest from right to left. Sequence of restaurant table service. Greeting guests. Check for reservations. Escort guests to table and seating the guests. Take drink order. Serve drink order. Present menu. Take the food order. Serving bread. Serve the food. Check guest satisfaction. Clear off the table. Present dessert menu. Serve dessert. Clear dessert plates, unwanted glasses. Present bill upon request. Quest leave. Menus. The menu is the heart of any restaurant. It showcases everything you have to offer for food and beverages. Menus are as diverse as the number of different types of restaurants. Planning a menu is an interesting challenge, and here are a few do's and don'ts when it comes to menus. Considerations in menu planning include needs and desires of guests in target market and trends, capability of cooks, equipment capacity and layout, consistency and seasonal availability of menu ingredients, price and pricing strategy, nutritional value, contribution theory, accuracy in menu, type of menu, actual menu items, menu analysis, menu design and layout, standard recipes, food cost percentage, menu types, a la carte, du jour menu, cycle menu, fixed menu, table d'hôte, beverage menu, dessert menu.